you like say, oh, I want to watch it? Or it was more like people like me and just like friends saying like, you need to watch it. You need to watch
it. Yeah. There was a few of my like Bravo historian, like podcast friends and stuff that are like, we want to get you on here, watch the show. And oh my goodness, how much it has changed since like my days, like on the show. I was like, wow, production, hair, makeup, lighting, sound quality, the opening, or like the theme song, like everything is so much more glam than our days when like I was doing my own hair and makeup and literally like trying to look in my closet to figure out what to wear.
It's so funny because Andy Cohen, I don't know who was interviewing him, or he just said something like, yeah, like the first season or two of the OC, he's like, the fashion was so horrible. He's like, it's literally like what you would wear to like either go to bed or to PTA meeting. He's like, there was no thought at all.
No, because I don't think any of us thought the show was going to go and become what it became. Number one, but number two, like you don't know what to wear on camera when you've never been on camera. You don't realize it's a great idea to do your hair and like put lashes on because it elevates your look until you see, like you just learn, you know? So yeah, it was definitely a learning experience.
Is that what sticks out the most? Like when you watch now, like it's just the production value that's changed the most?
Definitely the production value, but I think also the way the girls dress to go to just a dinner at like someone's house. Like if I got an invitation to like, even just to meet them out or something like that, I just feel like the way I dress in real life, even if I shoot for like my own Instagram or YouTube, like it's like a third of like the glam level of like, you know, they've got like diamond, you know, chandelier dripping diamonds coming off their earrings and these gorgeous gowns and things where I'm like, I have none of that in my closet unless I'm maybe getting ready for like New Year's or something like that. So I just think they're just super on a whole other level of glam, which is amazing, but just like so different. I think I'd stick out like a sore thumb.
Do you think if you went back, you would, you know, just be yourself and keep things how they are now? Or would you like elevate? And I'm not saying you should. I think there's a huge reason not to actually, but like, what do you think you would do?
I definitely feel like I'd have to be myself. I would definitely get hair and makeup done because like I can't, I feel like if you have your hair and makeup done and you're rocking lashes, you can literally show up in like whatever you want and feel great. So yeah, I definitely wear a dress, but it would probably be like short, not to the floor, you know, and just make sure I had like hair and makeup done.
There are some of the outfits I totally agree.
Yeah.
What are you, so let's start with Heather Dubrow. She's back. I mean, I know you didn't watch like throughout the years, but you know Heather Dubrow and now she's back and here she is. Like, what do you think of this?
Okay, so I've heard about Heather Dubrow in terms of like who she was married to, but to see Heather Dubrow in action, like she's a badass bitch. Like I would love to meet up for drinks with her. Like her personality is just like wants to take over the world, like super in your face, tells it like it is. Like that's a good friend you would want to have in your corner because like she'll tell you exactly what she's thinking, unfiltered. And like I'm surrounded in my life. I have some incredible friends, obviously, over the years, but I also have had a lot of yes people in my life. And so I appreciate somebody that has that kind of demeanor.
Me too. I appreciate that in like business too. Like if someone's too nice to me, I'm just like, I'm such a New Yorker. I'm like, I would rather just have you scream at me and just get it out. Cause like whatever you're trying to say, like just stop. Like I don't need the hellos, good morning, how are you? Just let's cut all that. Just scream at me and tell me what's good or bad. And like, let's be on something else in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I still can't get over like Heather's just the house and everything. Like I
feel like she's OCD like I am, which I appreciate obviously to like a whole other level, but like everything she does is immaculate. So
she's like a Lisa Vanderpump. It's like, how are you this put together in the house, the clothes, the dress, Like some days I am put together and other days I'm a huge ass mess. How could you just be like with everything Fendi? I mean, I get it. You have a gazillion dollars, but like everything, it has to be some OCD in there. Cause like the closet's perfect. It's just
for sure. She is for sure perfectionist. Like you don't everything, like even just also just like, I think my best day is her worst day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I think I'm having a great day, that's probably Heather Dubrow's like day. So
I'm like, just have a hair or something. I like just something. I'm like, and she makes it look so easy.
I know. That's the thing I do appreciate too. It's very effortless. She doesn't look like she's like trying too hard. So, I mean, it's just, it's a perfectionism thing that I get like very type A. So, and I appreciate that kind of personality. So
you like never really watched when she was on the first time or anything like that. And like that opening scene where she's like, I'm back, and the walk, it was like so like,
oh, I saw that. Yeah. That's why I was like, ooh, okay, this is going to be juicy.
But you never, I mean, she was on with all different people, basically except Shannon. So there really is like no backstory with anyone except Shannon per se.
Got it. I also like that if she does have any issues ever in the show, like with Noella or all the things that have like popped up even with Shannon, she's really good about like cutting it and like not feeding into it. And I really appreciate that as well, because obviously if you feed into drama, it just becomes like a toxic, bigger thing. And she's just like, nope, not going to deal with it. I'm done walking away. So I kind of love that about her too. Actually, I really love that about her.
Are you shocked at like how the drama is much bigger now than when you were on the show?
Completely. It's literally night and day. Also, I feel like if I was thrown into that mix, I would get eaten alive and spit out for dinner, because I live my life in LA, really careful on the people that I've like brought into my life. I don't have drama. I don't have that level of like crazy just with personalities. And I mean, there's definitely like a lot of crazy personalities in LA for sure. But like, it's so different. You know, the biggest, I think, disagreement we ever had on Housewives with me and the girls was like, if we both showed up to an event wearing the same color or something like that, and I'd have to like stand on the other side of someone because so-and-so didn't want me standing next to them. That was like the biggest like thing, you know what I mean? But it wasn't anything like we need to sit down and have a heart-to-heart on camera.
Do you watch and you're just like, oh my God, I had it so easy. Like I had no idea.
Yes, for sure.
So like, does it give you a better, like an appreciation in a way for like season 1 and 2, where you're just like, you might've thought it was hard, but now you're like, oh, wow.
I think it's just so different. I can't even compare it. Like it's so apples and oranges. Like our version of reality and what the show was just very cool and easy and natural, and whatever happened. And this is like completely heightened, like super stress, anxiety. You're walking into a social situation, you know something's going to go down. I would have to have like a couple cocktails before showing up, knowing that like some highbrow stuff would like happen. So yeah.
So in other words, if you were on the Housewives and someone said, Jo, I'd like to sit down and talk to you, and they said, Jo, listen, if you ever come from my family again, I am just telling you, you are going to lose a lot more than just my friendship. And that is not a threat. That is a promise.